Hi everyone! Following on from the first video, and given that it had a really wonderful response, I've put together a part 2 for thoracic mobility and strength, and this video now will focus a little bit more on your postural control when you're doing activities such as driving, rotational movements, and even just walking around. A lot of you have noticed that you have quite a forward posture, quite a kyphotic posture, which is leaning forwards more so than staying nice and strong upright. So this video will focus a little bit more on rotational movements and then staying nice and open through the chest. Starting off, all you'll need for this exercise is a towel. Some of you have done this in the gym with different equipment, but this is an easy one that you can do at home to really work on opening up through your chest. So starting off, lying down on your back, and take the towel rolled up. The thicker the towel is, the greater extension you will have over the towel. So if you're starting off and you are quite tight through your mid-spine, I would recommend using a smaller towel, one that isn't quite as thick, so that it's a little easier to extend over. You want to position the towel not quite at your tailbone, take it a little bit further away from you, and then gently lower yourself over the top of the towel. I like to press the crown of my head into the palm of my hand. So make sure you're not pulling on your neck at all. Really focus on pressing your head back into your hands, and then take a nice deep breath in as you extend over the top of the towel. So you're breathing in over the top of the towel. Now you might like to come up and down. You can make this movement dynamic, but for this video, I'm just going to demonstrate a series of movements that you can perform while extended over the towel. So you'll see here the towel is positioned at my mid-spine, and I'm opening up my chest as I'm lying down over the top of the towel. If this is too much, you can easily just take away the towel and now perform the following movements that I'll demonstrate for you. So starting off, we're going to bring our hands into a prayer position over the top of the chest, slowly bringing the fingertips over the crown of the head, so just over the crown of the head, and then circle the arms down and around the outside, grazing the fingertips as close to the floor as you possibly can. So coming in a prayer position up over the top of the chest, just coming over the top of the face, and then circling the arms down and around on the floor. I would recommend performing about 10 repetitions of this movement, and you should feel a stretch through the chest as you do this movement. If you get any discomfort, just stop the movement and let me know at the gym, and then I'll give you some alternative movements that you can perform that will give you similar benefits to this exercise. So after this movement, you can then come up, and from here, coming up to standing up against the wall. Now, I would recommend for this movement to have your shoulders pressed up against the wall as well as your hips and heels. From here now, bending at the elbows, see if you can keep your fingertips up against the wall, circling the arms in a little arc movement, trying to keep your shoulders back and down. So really don't let your shoulders sit up against your ears. Really keep those shoulder blades up against the wall, and then move your arms in a circular motion up above your head and then slowly back down, making sure you're maintaining normal breathing, and I would perform about 10 repetitions of this movement here. Now working a little bit more on rotation through your spine. So for this movement, I will get you to lie down, ideally with your feet pressed up against the wall. So you want a surface to press up against, and then reaching your fingertips as far away from you as you possibly can. Now, if this is a little bit uncomfortable, you can take your towel that you prepared earlier and rest your head on the towel. And then from here, you're going to circle the arms as far as you can open. Doesn't matter if you graze your fingertips against the wall, that is absolutely fine. But here you are trying to keep your pelvis stacked. So draw your belly button into your spine. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale as you reach open, and then slowly close all the way back over. I would perform 10 repetitions of this movement per side, and make sure that you're watching your fingertips as you circle your arms over and back. Excuse me, Winnie. So 10 repetitions per side of this movement. From here, we're going to go into a cat-cow movement, which some of you already do at the gym. Now here, I would like you to have your knees directly under your hips, hands just in front of shoulders, and then shift your body weight forwards just a little. From here, make sure your shoulders are relaxed, back and down away from your ears, and then take a nice breath in to prepare, and then exhale, scoop your tailbone and arch your back up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you look forwards, and then exhale as you arch your back. So here you're really focusing on getting movement through your thoracic spine. So move through this movement, really dramatize the movement, making sure though that you keep your shoulders back and down away from your ears. From here now, what I would like you to do is pause with a neutral spine. So maintaining that drawn in tummy, and then looking towards your hip. So I'm looking towards my left hip as my left hip moves towards me, and then I'm moving back towards the other way. So this movement is called wag the tail, and you can imagine that I'm wagging my tail as I'm looking from side to side. And I feel a little squeeze as my rib cage draws towards the hip bone as I look back towards that side. Performing probably about 16 of these movements, so 8 per side, just to get a nice little twist through the hips. From here now, a good progression to work on strengthening through the back. What we're going to do is have hands directly underneath shoulders, knees are directly underneath hips, and now I'm going to extend my right arm and left leg away. So reaching and staying lifted through the spine, long through the back of the neck, and imagine that I'm lifting my chin just a little so that my neck is along with my spine. From here now, you can either hold, if this is enough for you, for 10 seconds, or if you can, I'd like you to bring your heel up towards the ceiling and bring your fingertips towards your forehead as if you're giving a little salute. And then extend and reach. We're going to perform 2 more of these. I'm squeezing my left bottom cheek to keep my leg lifted. Bending at the knee, bending at the elbow, both 90 degrees. And then reach. And then 1 more here. Bending fingertips towards forehead, bending knee to 90 degrees. And then reach and hold. And then lower back down. Now you can do the same on the other side, doing 3 repetitions on the other side, and then you can do 1 more round on each side. And that should really start to heat things up through your core and through your whole posterior chain. So we're strengthening our thoracic spine. Now loosen up, give everything a wiggle out after you've done that one. We've got 1 final movement. Lying down on your tummy. Now with this movement, I want you to think about lengthening through the whole body. Imagine that I'm pulling you from your heels and pulling you from the crown of your head so you are stretched and long. From here then, lift up as if you wanted to lift your chest off the floor just a little, but I'm nice and relaxed through my neck. So check in with those little upper trap muscles, that they're soft and squishy, like butter ready for cooking. And then what you're going to do is, like the wall movement before, circle the arms back behind you, pulling your elbows towards your rib cage, and then bring the arms forward. And then rest back down. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift up, pull the elbows all the way back towards the rib cage, and then gently bring the arms forward. Now I will let you know this is quite an advanced exercise, so only do the movement if you're feeling like your neck is nice and relaxed. You'll see that as I do this movement, I can easily move my neck from side to side, so my neck is not engaged. So this is quite a tough movement. Only do it if you're feeling like you can engage through the muscles of your spine, your glutes are engaged. Bring the arms out in front, and after 10 reps of that, you'll want a nice rest. As always, don't push through any pain. Let me know if you get any discomfort, and I'll be more than happy to give you an alternative movement. Thank you all. Have a lovely weekend.